Oh, I've been here back home in Iceland this whole January. I don't recommend being in Iceland in January overall, but it's been good. It's been really nice.
Okay, that's really great. And what's your New Year resolution?
So I decided to write down my New Year's resolution, and it's more about manifesting what I want from this year ahead of us to become and what I want to see in myself. So it's just more about grabbing all the opportunities that I can get, and don't be afraid to speak out about what I believe in and chase after my dreams.
That's really great to know. And also, a congratulations to you for winning Miss Earth Air title. It's really a great achievement, I believe, for Iceland, and you set a benchmark in the industry. So, as someone who represented your country in this prestigious international platform, so what inspires you to pursue this title, and how did pageantry become a part of your life?
So it became part of my life when I was only 18 years old, 18 years old. So that's really young in Iceland. So you can only start doing pageantry when you're 18. And I was Miss Iceland in 2022, and I just felt that I was a little bit too young for this, and that I didn't have a lot of experience. And I competed in Miss Universe, which I felt amazing, and I finally felt like I had a purpose, like I could actually do something, that I was not just a silly girl back here at home. So I started working with the Miss Iceland team. So I started coaching the girls who were competing on Miss Iceland. They're walking, they're talking, and all that. And then I had this opportunity to compete on Miss Earth. So it just began with Miss Earth contacted my director and asked her if Iceland would want to participate at Miss Earth, and I mean, it's a huge opportunity, and for us living in Iceland, it's a really important cause for us. So, but she had no clue how Miss Earth worked, so she didn't want to send any girl that had no pageant experience. So she asked me if I was willing to go again to a new adventure, and I felt like Miss Earth was more fitting for me rather than Miss Universe. And yes, so that's just how kind of all this started, and I am really grateful for this opportunity.
That's such an amazing story, I believe. And in this journey, what challenges you faced and how you overcome this?
I think the biggest challenges that I faced is that Iceland is such a small community, and the publication is just only 365,000, I believe. And I I was scared what other people thought of me. And when I was just posting a lot of stuff on Instagram, I was doing something different rather than most Icelanders do. And I was stepping so far out of my comfort zone, speaking about something that I believed in, and wearing these long dresses, doing my makeup differently than we do here in Iceland. And but this just started becoming my passion. So, but in the end, like when people started congratulating me, the kids that actually just bullied me for doing this, I saw that this is just jealousy. They they are envy that I actually believe in myself, that I can speak out loud. So in the end, that doesn't matter to me anymore. But that was the biggest challenges that I faced.
Oh my God, that's I really love like how you make yourself strong and fight with that. Also, what's the best memory as a Miss Iceland?
Oh wow, there's so many. I think it's when I was at the Children's Hospital in Miami. It was really hard for me to do because there's so my advocacy from the beginning is my family's disease. So there's inherited brain bleeding disease in my family, and so I've always been around hospitals. I always been taking care of my aunt, my grandfather, and all that. So visiting the children's hospital and feeling grateful that my family, even though they're sick, there can be so many worse things happening in your life. And I think also visiting the child house in the Philippines when I competed at Miss Earth really changed me, because the children were so grateful. They were so happy, even though they had nothing. And being here from Iceland, where we have everything, we're so grateful, we're so lucky. And I think it's just changed my perspective on life, that just be grateful for what you have, because, yeah, that's not as common as you think.
That's so true. I will definitely agree with you. Even it is my personal experience. While you're saying, instance come in my mind that last year only I was having jaundice, and jaundice is such a deadly disease. I will say, at that every second I was just praying to God to live alive because I was crying with the pain. And that time I was thinking, just be grateful because I was like crying for eating food. Like be
Yeah.
grateful what you have. So
Yes.
yeah, I
And the
can
small
totally
things are so important. Yeah.
yeah, I can totally relate with this. And also, like, what is the most important skill you think Miss Iceland should embody?
I think it's to believe in herself and just be able to step out of her comfort zone and just be responsible, and yeah, just be a role model. That's the most important thing, because there's so many younger girls and women all over the world who look up to you and see what you're doing. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, because nobody's perfect, but still just think responsible and um, get out of your comfort zone, and not in a bad way. Just say what you think and say what you believe in, and chase after your dreams. That's the most important thing. What I believe in.
That's a great advice. I personally believe because nobody's perfect. You have to remember at the end of the day, and those only make us unique and set like apart from the crowd. And also, I would like to know like how you trained yourself for the Miss Earth.
So when I found out that I was going to participate at Miss Earth, my director was focusing on the Miss Iceland girl who was competing at Miss Universe because she is 2 years younger than me, has never done this before. So I told my director, I'm going to take this in my own hands. Like, this is my responsibility. I've gotten a lot of pageant coaching before, like 2 years ago. So don't worry about me. So I was really determined to do my very best, no matter what was going to happen. I was just going to feel good with myself, be proud of myself. When I walk on the stage, I know I'm going to be prepared. So I think that what I think that helped me the most was I always asked my friend to just get in my car, drive around with me, and they would ask me questions. Like, they asked me questions about how to take care of our Earth, how to be more eco-friendly, and I answered them. And English is not my first language, so I had to really, I was kind of rusty before, so I had to really practice my English. And then I asked my friend to do a pageantry also, just to go with me to the gym, help me with my walk, and I kind of did it myself. But I'm really proud of myself, and I think I could have done better, but in the end, I did my very best.
That's so nice to know, and I love your friendship also. And that's so sweet. Like English is your not first language, but you're such an amazing speaker. It doesn't look like your English is a first language. I love your English so much. And like, what valuable lessons you learned from your Miss Earth journey that you would like to share?
I think it's just how it's easy to help the community and how easy it is to make a change. You don't have to overthink it, because every small thing that you do is going to make a big change one day. So I think that if we all step together, we can make a big change. And I think it just kind of like I knew it beforehand, but when I went to Miss Earth and was with all these amazing girls that inspired me so much, I think I just kind of saw it firsthand. Like, we are all planting trees, we are all listening to the school, and we have such an important role here to inspire them. And the kids were so excited to hear us talk and listen to us. And I think we just need to believe that we are enough and that our voice really matters no matter who you are. So yeah, I think I kind of learned that the most about Miss Earth, because me being from Iceland, like, I didn't think nobody knew who I was, so, or matter who I was. So being there, visiting the schools, and people cheering me on and listening to me and taking photos with me, and it really inspired me, because then I knew, like, okay, my voice really matters, even though I'm just a normal Icelandic girl.
That's so sweet. And also I love the point that don't overthink. Sometimes the problem is also not so much we made the problem such high by overthinking. And I love this point because we forget like, oh my God, this problem. And then because of our overthinking only we don't able to find the solution. And it's lovely to know about it. And also like any advice for the Miss Earth aspirant?
Oh, just take one step at a time and take everything in, and don't envy the other girls even though they have done much more than you. Being from Iceland, like, I can't do a lot of community work because we're such a small population and there's a lot just going on in our country. And I looked around, like, I've been looking around since I was really young, if I can do anything for the community, and it's more just what I can do. So being at Miss Earth, everybody was doing so many things, and I read their bios. I was like, oh my God, like, how can I compare to these women? But in the end, it isn't about how much you've done or how much smart you are or like that, but it's more about how strongly you feel about the environment, how strongly you believe in yourself and believe that you can actually make a change. So I think it's just taking one step at a time, and don't envy the other girls. Try to make friends. I made some of my best friends at Mr. Earth, and I can't wait to meet them again. So I think it's just enjoy it and don't take it, yeah, don't overthink it. It's an amazing experience, and just take one day at a time.
Like just take a chill pill, I believe. And also like that's a great advice. And people especially in the fashion industry often hesitate to repeat outfits in the red carpet or be in the events. So what are your thoughts on this?
I love this. I actually, just yesterday there was Miss Iceland orientation, and I rewore my prejudging of interior outfit from Miss Earth. I love this outfit, and I didn't feel like, because I was sitting down when I was wearing this when we had the prejudging, and I just really want to wear it again. And it's a great purpose, and you should really reuse your clothes, not always buy new things for every event. So yeah, it's just, and I have reused my clothes many times, and even after Miss Earth, I had this blue jumpsuit that I rewore, I think, 3 times, because I really loved it. It really fitted me, and I really liked it, and why shouldn't I wear it again? And it's just a beautiful piece that you should really keep in mind, that you don't always have to buy new things. Nobody's gonna judge you for that, and I think, believe me, most people won't even notice. So
That's so true. Like most people don't notice. Like we
no.
overthink so much. I think the main lesson of this interview is don't overthink, right? And yeah, I would also love to know like people talk about sustainable fashion a lot these days. So according to you, what is the meaning of sustainable fashion and how we can practice it?
Oh, it's many things you can do. You can reuse your clothes. You can. I often just I maybe have a dress and I can reuse it as top. I can reuse it as dress. I sometimes, if it doesn't fit me anymore, if it has a hole in it or a stain, I can just clip it up. I can use it again. Sometimes if I have an idea, okay, this dress is maybe too big on me, but I can make it into a skirt. There's so many things and ways you can do this. You can go and buy secondhand, and even if it doesn't fit you, you can make something new. And it doesn't even have to be that hard. You don't need to have some kind of fashion statement thing. Actually, right now I'm actually wearing a dress that I made into a top because I didn't like wearing a short dress, and I had this dress for many, many years when I was younger and wanted to wear short dresses. So I usually just go over through my closet, see if my things have any potential left in them, and I try always to buy. If I buy clothes, I buy good quality clothes, so I know they're gonna be.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be able to reuse them in the future. So it doesn't have to be that hard. And people, like you said, often overthink this and think that they have to make something fashion statement, have to wear this and that and that. And but it can be an easy way. And every time you do it, it is sustainable. So every time you do this, you have a purpose. So yes, it doesn't have to be that hard, and it's a great way to be more eco-friendly.
I love this. Even I also agree to buy a good quality clothes so that you can reuse or restyle it and cut it into new design for your future so that you look more stylish and give you more, it will more enhance your look also. So I would like to ask you a question like, what do you think that sustainable fashion, like how do you think like sustainable fashion can, in the industry can change the mindset of the people so that they can start reusing the dresses and the events or any high profile events or red carpet events?
I think that, I mean, as more as like the bigger influencers do this and they reuse or restyle their clothes and even recycle them, always when you do this, there can be a trend. There can be like an influence of many, many people. So I believe that if more influencers and more like bigger people in our world will start to reuse and restyle and recycle our clothes, I think that I have a greater plans in the future for our children because they really look up to the social media influencers and the movie stars and all these like big people. So I believe if they start doing this, I think they're going to be a wave of people that start doing this also.
Yeah, that's so true. And even I will appreciate you for this same thing also, like how you reused the same dress yesterday in the event of Miss Iceland. So, like as a Miss Earth Queen, also you reuse that same dress. And I also ask all the influencer and everyone to reuse and even take a shout out of this also because it's very important, right?
Yes. And I think it's so important that we don't like try to hide this, and we just like share that we actually reuse this outfit, and that we can be proud of it because we're actually making a change when we reuse our outfit. So don't be scared to post that you have worn this outfit many many times because I believe it's kind of cool. I believe it's actually really helpful for the community. So don't be scared. You don't have to think about what other people think because most often than not they are actually kind of inspired by you.
Exactly. Don't be ashamed of repeating the outfit because it's actually helping you save your money and also the environment also.
Yes.
Yeah. The now, if I talk about pollution, it is not only just about the environment, it also exists in our mind and emotions like jealousy and rudeness. So, what message would you share with the people to help them to stay away from this kind of negativity?
I think it's just to actually believe in yourself and you know what's right. I think everybody has a great mind and they know a great intention. So they know what is right. They know what is best for our world and our earth. So I think it's just a staple to believe in and not always follow these new fashion trends because they are not helpful for our environment. So rather than buy new clothes because they are so trendy, make a new trend. Show them how you wore this. And it isn't that hard even. So I think it's just more to believe in yourself and don't be scared to show who you are and what you believe in. And that's one of my New Year's resolutions. Like I speak out, speak more often about what I believe in. So I think everybody can take that in and try to trust their instincts.
That's so true. I love your points. Actually, making a new trend, especially, I appreciate this point, and that's so true. Like making a neutral point, a new trend. People often scare to do something new because they feel like like nobody haven't done this before. If I do, what if they troll me and this? So now I would like to know like what are the essential skills can enhance a contestant chances of winning Miss Earth?
What say? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, can you
no
repeat?
problem. Yeah, I was asking that what essential skills can enhance a contestant chance of winning Miss Earth?
Oh, I think I'm actually still really surprised how far I went. So I don't know really how to answer this question because the only thing that I did was just I had no hopes and expectations when I went on the stage. I really want to go to top 20. That was my goal. And I think it's just more about who you are and really speak from your heart. Don't just make something that you know people like. Don't just yeah, just don't just tell what people think you want to say. Tell what you really believe in. So for me, example, I really believe that our future is like our future generations are our future. So I think that we really need to start teaching our younger generations and influence them, not trying to teach an old dog to sit. So I think it's more about what you say and what you believe in. And I think even though, for example, Jessica Lange, she talked about like clothes, for example, like we should reuse our clothes, recycle our clothes, and how like for example, just clothes are bad for our environment overall. And I think it's, but I could never speak about that. I believe in her, and I know what she's saying, and I really trust her. And but if I talk about that, that's not going to come from my heart. And I believe, and I totally am with her. Like the clothes are really bad for our future, but in the end, like that is not my statement. That is not what I truly believe in. Like I really want to speak about something else. So in the end, speak from your heart. And that, I think it's about like all pageantry in the world. Always speak from your heart, because they want to know who you are and what you stand for. So yeah.
That's so great to know about it. And also, one thing come in mind when we're talking about pageant and all this, like contestant always mainly focuses on the outfit, right? So, but outfit is a secondary thing, not a primary thing. So, do you believe like outfit really matters to make a contestant stand out?
No, I don't believe that. I believe that it's your smile, it's about what you say, it's about what shines from within you. So of course, always be you need to be like, this is a role, so always dress up for the role, but it doesn't matter what designer you wear, or if it's specially made for you, or if it's secondhand, because in the end it's about what you say, what you give from yourself, and if you have an impact on the crowd and the people. So I don't believe it's the clothes, and I've heard this many times when designers were contacting me for before Miss Earth, like trying to make outfits for Miss Earth, and they were like, you need to wear this, if you don't wear this you're not going to win. And I just have thought it was so ridiculous. Like, why would a dress make me win? And of course, like some fans judge the dresses, like, oh, that's a horrible dress. But in the end, like, just what you think is right and what makes you feel best in. And for me, example, I wore something that was specially made for me, and I'm so excited to hand this down to my children. I'm going to keep this piece forever. And I think it's more important that you pick quality pieces or secondhand pieces or something that you feel best in. So it doesn't matter, like, uh, if it's specially made for you or not. Just, yeah, go with your guts and go with your feeling.
We always think like that girl maybe win because of the dress, but actually girl is winning because of her skills, not dress.
Yes.
And fans also need to understand before judging the queens and the contestant, because many of the queens are being judged and they are being shaded because of the dress they wore. Because what the dress they wore is a secondary thing, but the primary thing is how she's representing, what's going in her mind, what skills and all thing. Right? And also for clearing this thing, and also let's play game. So
Okay.
are you ready?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm ready.
So the game first is you have to say your favorite. So what's your favorite holiday destination?
I would say, I think it's Hawaii. I think
Okay.
so. I've been there one time and I really loved it. I really love the nature. So when I travel, I really look around and I see like how the culture is, how beautiful it is, like is it clean or not? And when I went to Hawaii, and so I was going on a cruise ship from Seattle to Sydney, and I just fell in love with Hawaii. Like the beautiful beaches and the mountains. It's absolutely incredible. And I really hope to go there one day again. So yeah.
Okay, and favorite food?
Um, wow, my favorite food, I would say sushi. I really like sushi, but it has to be good sushi. And because the food here in Iceland, it's not really that good of a quality. And so I really like when I travel around and I go to a good sushi place and it's just fresh seafood. It's so delicious. So yeah, I think I would say sushi.
Sushi is so famous, and I never tried this. I will definitely try. And what's your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is, I think, playing the piano.
Playing piano. That's so
Yeah.
good.
I
You
play piano. Yeah, I started playing piano when I was around, I think, 10 years old. And I stopped practicing when I was around 15. But still, I always, when I come home and there's nobody home, I sit down and play the piano for hours. I really like it. I think it just resets my mind and gets me calm. And yeah.
it's kind of therapy, I believe. And like, let's talk about your country only, Iceland. So, how Iceland is, what the geography, the culture. Please describe.
So Iceland is a really small island in between US and Europe, and it's a beautiful country. But we have really harsh winters, and back in the days, we had to survive with limited resources, and it really has taught us about um, how to take care of our nature without exploiting our resources. And Iceland is absolutely beautiful, and I really recommend going there one day because it is incredible. We have an amazing nature, but we don't have a lot of animals because the winters are so hard and not many animals survive. And I can't even imagine how people lived there back in the days. For example, now, like, there was just a storm a couple of days ago. Like, it was windy, it was rainy, it was so cold, and I had the passing glam, like my hair and makeup, and it was horrible. But overall, Iceland is beautiful, and what I love mostly about Iceland is that we had the first female president in the world, Vigdis Finnbogadóttir, and she is absolutely amazing, and she's such a role model, and she has shown us all women all around the world that we can do everything no matter what. And yeah, just we don't have to. think we're too old or too young to do anything. So it's she really, I think she has really showed us that we as Icelandic women and women all over the world, that don't let anything stop us. So I grew up with so many female role models that has shown me that there's nothing stopping me from doing anything, and we have come so far in equality with the LGBTQ community and all genders and all of that. So it's really a peaceful and beautiful place, and I hope that Icelanders can really like show this energy and show this hope that we have to the whole world. Because what affects me the most when I travel is to see that how lucky we Icelanders are, and we don't really understand how lucky we are. Because when I travel and I see that women's rights are not the same as in Iceland, and the like the pollution is worse and all of that is heartbreaking. So I'm really, really grateful to live in Iceland and I grew up here in Iceland. But
That's
I hope that I will someday move out of the country just for maybe a couple of years, just to get a perspective about the world. But I am definitely gonna raise my children here.
That's amazing to know. Even when I searched, was making the poster for the live interview, I was searching Iceland photo, and the
I
landscape is so
know.
beautiful and like a breathtaking, I will say. And I love the landscape of Iceland in the Google picture only. I like, I can't, that I was imagining, like how it may look in real life. It was so amazing. And yes,
Yeah.
the people of Iceland may be so lucky to have that like landscape and the environment there, because it's very rare in the world for having that landscape. Like not everybody, not every country have that. And the temperature was also like most of the time it's winter there, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's most of the time winter. We don't like our summer, spring. So, for example, last summer it rained the whole season. We had no sun. We had maybe sun for like 2 days. It was absolutely horrible. So I usually travel a lot. Being from Iceland, my family, we just kind of get enough. For example, now like the weather is so horrible. My dog won't even go outside. Like he doesn't like this. And it's just started getting sunny again, but it has been like dark like for months now. So, but I really like Iceland in the summertime. It's so beautiful. It's like you can see how the sun never sets, and it's beautiful, but it's cold. It's really, really cold, and I like the heat, so I definitely go traveling a lot around the summertime. But I really like living in Iceland.
That's really great to know about the country. And also, I think you should visit India,
Yeah.
because India is a country. Because India is a country where we'll get the mountains, where we'll get the beach, the sea. Also, we having the wildlife, and we having the desert, like everything all in one. You don't have to visit whole world if you visit whole India properly, because we are having everything, and the food is incredible, like incredible. If you have ever eat Indian food, I'm confident that it will be going to your favorite food,
Yes,
because we are.
I love Indian foods. We have it here in Iceland, but I believe it's not as good as in actually India. So I really hope that I get to go there someday.
Yeah, you should visit. And let's play this or that. Okay.
Okay,
So winter or summer?
summer.
I understand. Heels or flat? Heels or flat?
Heels,
Makeup or skincare?
skincare,
Gown or swimsuit?
swimsuit,
Crown or sash?
crown,
And modeling or pageantry?
pageantry.
Have you modeled?
I have modeled a bit, but in the end, I think it's more important that I use my voice, and I can, in pageantry, I can be pretty, I can take photos, and I can model a bit. But in the end, it's more my passion about is speaking out loud and confident, and they were like, oh, light shines through. So in the end, I think it's pageantry always for me. It's much more a beautiful community, and it's more about like girls supporting girls. In the modeling world, it's a bit more rough, I believe, and I actually don't like that community a lot, to be honest. I've tried it. It doesn't really charm me, and I really like smiling. I really like talking to people and get to know others and influence others. So yeah, pageantry has given me all these opportunity.
Yeah, that's so true. And actually, in pageantry, made the fans we able to voice for the cause, and that's so sweet, I believe. But in modeling, we just only do the shows and photographs and campaigns, right? So in pageantry, we can able to become a role model and showcase what actually takes to become a good person and influence the many people life. And I really love and agree with this point. And so the next game is two true and one lie. So here you have to say me three sentences. Out of that, two will be true and one will be lie, and I'm going to guess it.
Okay. Uh, uh, um, wow, it's hard to come up with things. I've traveled to all six inhabited continents. Um, I have one dog, um, and my best friends from Miss Earth were France and Albania.
Okay, I think the first one is a lie and the second two are true. The last two are true.
The first and third were true. The second was a lie. I have two dogs and one cat.
You have a
Yeah.
two dog and one cat.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so
We really
sweet.
love animals.
How are your cat now? Like how is the dog now?
My dog, he's just a puppy. I just got him when I turned 20. And then my boyfriend, he has a dog, so we all live together. And then I grew up with my cat. She's not really that nice, so that's why I kind of wanted a dog always. But my dog Toby, he is absolutely amazing. He owns my heart. He is my sweet little boy. But then we have Grima, which is a huge Labrador, and they're best friends. It's so nice to see them play. And my cat, she doesn't really like either of them, so it's kind of complicated, but it's a big family.
Yeah, animals make the home like a happier and fuller, I believe. And it's so great
Yes.
to live with them. They're so innocent soul and they're so fun. And you are having someone like, oh, I have someone in my life. I'm not alone.
Yes.
That's so
The
true.
only hard thing is when you travel and you're away from them,
Mhm.
and it's heartbreaking. It's really hard for me, but in the end, it's good for me to travel, and I really love them.
That's so great to know about your animals. And now the next game is tongue twister. Okay, so I will write some sentences in the live chat and you have to read at the fastest speed as possible. Okay,
Okay. Alice gas alligator for apple appetizers.
that was the fastest at the first try.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm sending the second sentence. It is quite difficult because it starts with XX and all this. Yeah,
Xavier's xylophone xenon x-rays excite experts. Oh my god, that was hard. That was really hard.
you can try again.
Xavier's xylophone exon x-rays excites experts. Wow. I've never seen that one.
That's a great try. Now the third one is related to cats. Okay,
Okay.
now, yeah,
Crazy cat chases curious crickets constantly.
that's
It's
easy.
yeah, it's kind of hard for me because we don't have X and C's in Icelandic alphabets. So when
Oh,
I read this, like I have to think in English, like how do you pronounce these letters? So
well, it's the last one. It's easy.
six slippery snails slid slowly southward. Okay.
You speak at the fastest this one. And I think the first one you speak at the fastest speed.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Do you have any question to ask me?
Mm, so how did you think this edition of Miss Earth was, and are you happy with the results?
Well, this edition of Miss Earth, I haven't followed it properly, and I love the girls. Each and every participant did amazing, right? And I also had like interview early with Miss Earth Belgium and Miss Earth US Virgin Island also, and they're such an amazing contestant, and results are always be the like end thing. Right, and result. I'm always happy with the result. I will say that. And if I talk about India also, we have Gauri, and she was amazing performer. Like if you talk about if I satisfied with the result, see, result is the end thing. The main thing how you are performing and what benchmark you are setting, and how you are like making influence in the industry and the community. And each and every girl who participated, they are incredibly good, and I wish all of them all the best in future.
Perfect. I can't agree with you more. It's more about like how much impact you have on the crowd and how much impact you have on the people around you. So in the end, it's just about yeah, what the judges want to see, and you can't predict what the judges want, and you can never know who is going to be the next Miss Iceland or next Miss Earth. It just depends on who the judges are and what they're looking for this year. So yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
That's so great. And also, uh, how is a friend like friendship and sisterhood with the Miss Earth sisters?
Oh, oh my God, I couldn't have been more lucky. So I was a roommate with Miss Albania this whole experience, and I've never like connected with anyone as her. And I also got to know Miss France Margot also a lot. So we were planning a trip together to Albania. Jessica, Miss Albania, she really helped me through this experience a lot. And also Miss Australia or Miss Earth, Jessica Lane. We were really also really good friends, and it was so nice that I felt like the friendships at Miss Earth were not fake at all. Um, for example, me and Jessica, we were just together at the pool, and we had like this serious talk and just about life. It wasn't even about pageantry. It wasn't about what we were doing here. It was more just who we are as a persons. And in the end, I talk to most of these girls still today, and I'm always checking on Jessica Lane, like how is she doing? Like this is a huge opportunity, a huge moment for her, and she might be coming to Iceland. We're just crossing our fingers and hoping maybe she will for the next Miss Iceland competition. So I'm really lucky that I had such an amazing group. I was in the eco group, so I was really lucky, and there was no drama, there was no envy or jealousy or anything like that. We were just all having fun. And for example, before the finals, they messed up my hair. The hair and makeup people, they messed up my hair, and it was just horrible. It was I had way too much hairspray in, and my hair like couldn't even curl. And Peru and Puerto Rico, Niva and Bianca, they came up to me and were like, we're gonna fix this. And I just stood there holding back my tears. I was like, I can't look like this on the stage. And they pinned my hair up and put like hairspray and they fixed it, and they really made this experience better. So in the end, all the girls from the eco group, I'm so lucky to have got to know them and share this experience with them. Um, I couldn't even I couldn't really get to know the other girls, but in the end, the eco group, we got really close, and I was really lucky with Shani, our supervisor or team managers, Shani and Valerie. They were so kind, and there was one time because the weather here in Iceland, we have no humid, it's really cold. So going to the Philippines where it's really humid and really warm and really hot, my body was not really handling it. And we just went to the one wet farm. And I was feeling kind of a bit off, but I was like trying to push through. I was like, don't show anybody that you have a weakness. You can do this. Like, have fun with the girls. And Sienna and Mallory came up to me like, you're not feeling well. Here are some tablets. Here are some electrolytes. Just go to bed. Like, there's nothing special going on. Just take care of yourself. And I felt like that was like atmosphere you were taking such a good taking care of, and everybody was so supportive, and the girls were supporting each other, and it was just really nice. Like I never got homesick or anything, and I was really sad when this experience was over, and I can't wait to meet
Oh,
my
that's
friends
so
again.
sweet. Like when you said no, like I was very sad when the like it's all over. It showed that how was you girls are enjoying
Yes.
the whole competition, and yes, it's actually about making the friends and talking them, sharing the cultures. It's not only about the competition. I feel that, and I'm so happy that you all make it full use and enjoyed very much. And do you have any plan to coming back in the pageant?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not gonna say no, but I really hope that I'm just gonna finish my year as Miss Earth Air, and I really hope that they will uh, bring me back to the Philippines to crown the next one, just to get more opportunities. But I don't know. I'm just going one day at a time and seeing how things go through. I really want to grab every opportunity, and I really want to, if there's anything that comes up that something around Miss Earth wants me to attend, I'm gonna step in and do it. I've talked to my whole family, and my family is so supportive of that. About continuing my pageantry journey, I don't know. I'm so grateful that I have the Miss Iceland team with me, and that I can still work with them. So actually now just tomorrow on Monday is going to be the first practice for the new Miss Iceland girls that are going to compete on April 3rd at Miss Iceland. So I'm going to be there helping them with poses and walking and getting them out of their comfort zone now that I have a lot of experience around that. So I don't know. I think we'll just have to see what the future has ahead of me.
I wish you all the very best in any project, whether you come back or do any project. I wish you all the very best, and I can see you have a very bright future. You're a very consistent person and such an amazing speaker, also. And all the very best for your future. And thank you so much to all the audience for staying here till now. It's so great to know about you. It's so great, like how you shared about your pageant insight, your pageant experience, and it's great to know about your Miss Earth journey and Miss Iceland journey. And I'm personally honored to take this interview of yours. And thank you so much. Do you have any message for our audience?
Just believe in yourself. There's nothing stopping you from speaking from your heart, and always be kind. Don't spread negative information. Always try to spread positive and have positive impact on the community and the people around you. So I think that is the most important. Chase after your dreams and do it with kindness. And thank you so much for spending your time talking to me and interviewing me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh,
And thank you for everyone who has been watching. I really appreciate it.
yeah, thank you so much. And here we both are signing off for the day. Bye. Stay safe and healthy. Bye.